sweet like a buttercup. You're a Barbie doll. Show them all what I'm made of. Strut down the hall. Won't stop till I get enough.
All right, so get ready for this deep dive. You guys sent us a pretty fascinating article, and it's about a really crucial moment in the college football playoffs.
Yeah.
We're talking about Penn State quarterback Drew Allar, and specifically his experience in the Orange Bowl against Notre Dame.
Right.
You know, it's a story about the weight of a single play, but it's also so much more than that.
It really is.
It really is.
And I think what's so fascinating about this article is how they highlight, this single play, this interception late in the game,
Right.
which directly led to Notre Dame's game-winning field goal
Oh, yeah.
and punched their ticket to the championship.
Absolutely.
It's
Huge moment for them.
Yeah. And you can really feel the weight of that moment in Allar's own words.
Yeah.
The article quotes him describing the play,
Right.
saying he was trying to dirt the throw at his receiver, Omari Evans's feet,
Yeah.
but instead it got picked off.
Tough.
Yeah.
And reading that quote, you really feel the weight of that moment.
Oh, absolutely.
The pressure he must have been under.
And he's taking responsibility.
Yeah, he does.
But what I think the article does so well
Right.
is it also highlights that, strategic decisions
Yeah.
leading up to that interception, too.
Absolutely.
Penn State was playing with a really aggressive tempo,
Oh, yeah.
trying to,
They wanted to
set up their own game-winning field goal.
Yeah, absolutely. It's that back and forth,
Yeah.
last couple minutes of the game. Anything can happen.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it really makes you think about the pressure
Right.
that these players are under in those final minutes.
For sure. So much riding on every single play,
Absolutely.
every decision.
Every decision.
And I think what's also really interesting is
Yeah.
how the article emphasizes
Mm-hmm.
the support that Allar is receiving from his coach and his teammates.
Right. And it's not just lip service either.
Right.
There's a particularly powerful quote
Yeah.
from the offensive coordinator, Andy Kotelnicki,
Okay.
where he tells Allar,
Yeah.
that's not on you.
Yeah.
You don't have to take that on your shoulders and feel the blame for that, because we will win and we will lose as a group, as a football team.
Wow.
I mean, that's leadership right there.
That is true leadership.
Yeah.
Taking responsibility, but also spreading the blame.
Yeah.
Recognizing it was a team effort.
Absolutely. And it's a reminder
Right.
that football, like so many things in life,
Right.
is a team effort.
It is.
But, let's talk about Allar's individual performance
Okay, yeah, let's do that.
for a second.
Yeah.
Because the article points out that he had an incredibly impressive season overall.
Oh, yeah, statistically.
He's looking really...
He averaged 8.6 yards per attempt,
Wow.
which puts him 12th
Okay.
in the entire football bowl subdivision.
That's impressive.
Yeah. And his completion rate jumped from 59.9% to 67.4% this season.
Wow. Those are big jumps.
That's significant improvement.
Yeah.
Those numbers suggest improved decision-making and accuracy,
Respect.
especially under pressure.
That's huge for a developing quarterback.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
So how do we square this impressive season with his struggles in the Orange Bowl?
Right.
Because, the article does mention that he didn't have much support from his receivers in that game.
Yeah.
There was a missed touchdown opportunity
Right.
with running back Katron Allen. And, of course, the ultimate interception.
It's true.
So how do we reconcile that?
I think this raises a really interesting point about how we evaluate
Yeah.
young quarterbacks.
Okay.
Is one high-stakes game
Right.
more telling than a season of consistent performance?
Right.
Do we overemphasize the negatives when a player's under immense pressure?
Right.
It's a question worth pondering.
It really is. And it kind of speaks to a larger point, I think,
Yeah.
about the pressure and the expectations placed on these young athletes, particularly in these high-stakes environments.
Right.
We often focus on the outcome, the
Yeah.
win or the loss. But what about the mental and emotional toll
Exactly.
of these players?
That's where the support system
Oh, yeah.
becomes so crucial.
Yeah.
And to Allar's credit,
Yeah.
he seems to be taking this experience in stride.
Yeah.
The article quotes him saying,
Okay.
he's going to do everything in my power
Yeah.
to learn and grow from this.
I love that attitude.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's so important is that ability to bounce back,
Absolutely.
to learn from your mistakes,
Right.
and to come back even stronger.
For sure.
And I think that's something that we can all relate to,
Oh, absolutely.
in our own lives.
Right. And that kind of resilience is pretty remarkable,
It is.
especially when you consider the immense pressure these athletes face.
Right.
I mean, it's easy to forget they're still young,
Yeah.
still learning.
Right.
still developing,
Right.
both as players and individuals.
Yeah. And I think this article really does a great job
Yeah,
of capturing that human side of the story.
it does.
You know, it doesn't just recount the events of the game.
Right.
It really dives into the emotions,
Mm.
the pressure, the support system,
Right.
the complexities of it all.
Absolutely. And I think that's what makes these stories so interesting to explore.
Yeah.
You know, they offer us this window into these broader themes,
Yeah.
concepts that
Yeah.
we can all apply to our own lives.
For sure,
Yeah.
whether we're athletes or not.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's connect this to the bigger picture here.
Okay.
What can we, the listeners, take away from this? I mean, most of us aren't facing down a championship game,
Right.
but I feel like there are some universal truths here
For sure.
about dealing with setbacks and pressure.
I think so. You know, think about the times in your own life when you faced setbacks.
Right.
You know, when you've maybe made mistakes under pressure.
Mm-hmm.
How did you respond?
Yeah.
Did you have a support system
Right.
to help you navigate those challenges?
This is a question.
Did you allow yourself to learn and grow from the experience?
It's so important. And, you know, it's interesting because the article highlights how Allar's growth this season
Yeah,
wasn't just about his stats. It was about his leadership, too.
absolutely.
You know, he really stepped up as a leader
Right.
on that team.
And, you know,
Yeah.
leadership isn't just about making the big plays.
Right.
It's about how you handle yourself in the face of adversity.
Exactly. And what's fascinating is the article points out that Allar wasn't the only one who made mistakes in that game.
Right.
You know, there were dropped passes, missed opportunities. It was a
Yeah.
whole series of events
Right.
that contributed to that final outcome.
Absolutely.
You know, it wasn't just on him.
And I think that's crucial
Yeah.
because it invites us to think about accountability and responsibility
Right.
in a more holistic way
Okay.
in any high-pressure environment.
Yeah.
Whether it's sports or business or even personal relationships, there are often multiple contributing factors
Right.
to a particular outcome.
So it's about looking at the whole picture,
Exactly.
you know, understanding the context,
Yeah.
and not just assigning blame
Right.
or focusing on the individual when things go wrong.
Yeah. It's about learning from the experience collectively
Right.
as a team, as a unit.
I like that. As a unit.
And, you know, it's about recognizing that failure is a part of the process.
It is.
It's how you respond to those failures
Right.
that ultimately determine success.
So true.
And that's something we can all apply to our own lives, regardless of our profession or our passions.
This deep dive has really taken us beyond
Yeah.
the surface level of this one football game, hasn't it?
It has.
We're talking about resilience, leadership, teamwork, and the human capacity for growth.
Yeah,
And those are themes that resonate far beyond the football field.
absolutely.
You know, this whole conversation has got me thinking about the role of mentorship. You know, imagine you're Drew Allar
Right.
in that moment.
Yeah. Yeah.
The weight of the season on your shoulders.
Right.
The disappointment of that interception.
Yeah.
The uncertainty of what comes next.
For sure.
You know? Having someone who's been there before,
Yeah.
someone who can offer guidance and support,
That's
I mean,
right.
that can make all the difference.
Mentorship is so valuable,
Yeah.
especially in those high-pressure, high-stakes environments.
Yeah.
It's like having a guide through unfamiliar territory, you know, someone who can help you see the path forward
Right.
when you feel lost or overwhelmed.
Exactly. And a good mentor
Yeah.
doesn't just offer advice.
Right.
They help you develop the resilience,
Mm-hmm.
the self-awareness,
Yeah.
and the emotional intelligence
Absolutely.
that are essential for navigating setbacks
Right.
and achieving long-term success.
For sure.
And those are qualities that go far beyond the football field.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's about equipping you with the tools and the mindset
Right.
to face challenges head on,
Yeah.
to learn from your mistakes
Mm.
and to come back stronger.
This has been such an eye-opener, this deep dive.
It has.
You know, we've gone from analyzing a single football play
Right.
to exploring these universal themes of resilience, leadership, and the power of learning from our experiences.
It's amazing what you can learn from a single story
It is.
when you really take the time to unpack it.
Absolutely.
So here's a final thought to leave you with.
Okay.
What are the support systems in your own life
Yeah.
that help you navigate challenges. And how can you cultivate those relationships
Right.
and build that resilience within yourself?
Such a powerful question
It is.
to ponder.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for joining us on this deep dive
Thank you.
into Drew Allar's journey.
Yeah.
We learned a lot about football, but even more about life.
Absolutely.
And we can't wait to see what Allar accomplishes in the future.
Yeah. Me too.
Sound the alarm. I'm coming up. We'll have a ball. I'm sweet like a buttercup. You're